1, 2, 3. Want to welcome everybody to Mom and Dad Talks, where our favorite two people are Mom and Dad. Yeah, Mom kind of fell out roller skating, folks. And we have Hantie. How you doing, Hantie? Yeah, it's the late night edition, folks. We're trying to get out. Anyway, what are your thoughts on Jimmy Kimmel? This whole Fallout stuff. It's real interesting. What do you all think about this?
You know, uh, everybody knows he's a comedian,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't take comedians seriously.
Mm.
And I think it was inappropriate for the man to take him seriously and causing him to lose his job.
Mm.
Taking off the air.
hmm hmm Because if you can't take the joke,
Mm-hmm.
then you're too serious on your own. How do you say? If you can't take a joke, then you have an insecurity yourself.
Mm. Very good point. Anybody else?
My take on it is this is a country where there is free speech.
Mm-hmm.
What you say about me is on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not up to me to call you on the carpet because you don't like what I said or what I did,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody has a right to their own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And for that man to have lost, be taken off the air for something somebody didn't like what he said, that person that didn't like it, there's something wrong with them.
Hmm. Good point. Well, Hantie, I guess you're holding up the rear this time. What are your thoughts?
About the same thing. The first thing that came to my mind was, he's a comedian. He makes you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't laugh at his jokes, then you probably need to find another venue. I mean, he has good rapport.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even with everything that he says, and if you're up late at night wanting to laugh, he'll make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to laugh at his jokes, then go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're afraid that you're going to be
offended
by something he says, don't watch him.
Turn the channel.
Turn it off.
That's why we have 104 channels.
You don't have to sit and listen and then report that he needs to go off the air. That is uncalled for, if you ask me.
Because unfortunately, you guys have seen a lot of people say negative things about us, and we are told to get over it, or you're sensitive.
Move on.
And it's this double standard. Yes, there's a cross for freedom of speech here in this country, but that's the whole part of the Constitution. Freedom of speech. You shouldn't be thrown in jail or, and like I said, the whole thing is that what bothers me more is the people who were worried about what the corporate people thought about. Think about it, folks. I'm hoping that they take in consideration when it swings the other way that they would do the same thing to those people.
Right.
But we hear those inflammatory remarks on those shows, on those places. They still advertise to them. But yeah, it's a bothersome thing where, there's a lot of disturbing things about this. There's a reason why this country was built the way it was structured. Okay, now has it been right all the time? No. I just feel like, right now, as we try to get a more perfect union, more perfect, get to that thing, there's a lot of disturbing things that are happening now.
Yeah.
And we also know that the end times are coming. You're going to see our Constitution slowly erode. The symbols of freedom, You know, we were taught these things and stuff. It's just like, because, you know, a lot of people are making statements about each other, and yes, there is inflammatory remarks and stuff. It's just really getting weird.
Mhm.
Really getting weird. And, you know, we're not talking about anything. We just, like I said, it's just interesting. Very interesting at best.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Person that complained about uh, Jimmy Kimmel.
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out, do they think that they do and say everything that is correct, that everybody has to go along with whatever they put out there?
Mhm.
I am struggling with that situation because as I watch
Mhm.
on the screen, that person gets their way almost every single time they open their mouth to something they don't like.
Yeah, like I said, we're living in an interesting time. And like I said, you know, I just find it, I found it extremely interesting. I mean, especially when you have the news report. I mean, Fox News. Think about what they've been saying about people, and
Mhm.
Rush Limbaugh said about folk and stuff like that back in the day and stuff. You know, it was incensed, but people that said, you know, if you like him, you like him. If you don't, you
Right.
don't.
Well, like him, turn him off.
Mhm.
Yeah, just turn him off. You know, that's just not your cup of tea, whatever. But you know, we're just living in a thing now where like it's just really getting interesting now.
Yes, it
Um,
is.
but you know, hopefully, we'll see. But I mean, any last thoughts about the Jimmy Kimmel's back on ABC?
I'm glad he's back. And I hope that people who don't like what he says just turn a deaf ear. That's
Hmm.
what you have to do.
Mhm.
You don't have to listen to you're not being paid to listen to him. So
Yeah.
if you don't like what he says, then switch the channel.
2 days on YouTube, I saw that
Kimmel.
Kimmel, his ratings skyrocketing
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
because of this.
Yeah.
So, you know, actually,
Did him a favor.
it did him a favor. He's making more money now.
So sometimes you may make someone more famous than they ought to be by paying them attention.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
If you ignore, the worst thing you can do is ignore them like they don't exist.
Yes, there you go.
And you know, it's a lesson to learn that, you know, hey, folk, you know, we got to learn to
Take the
hopefully,
bitter with the sweet.
yeah, it's a double-edged sword, just like with guns.
It is.
You know, we
Mhm.
don't, I don't, you know, we know, people know our stance on weapons. You know,
Mhm.
um, and but we still have a constitution that says you can have it.
Mhm.
So you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what the law states, whatever. And this is very interesting. But you know, like I said, folks, I think this is a very interesting one. You can like, subscribe, give us your comments on it. We'd love to hear from you and stuff in different perspectives. You know, and let's be respectful to one another. You don't have to be mean and be nasty about it, but let's have a respectful conversation about it. You know, and you know, let's try to be one country.
Mhm.
So next time we'll see you on Mom and Dad Talks. Bye.